I've bought 3 of the brand new 2026 World Cup footballs, and today I'm going to be testing them to the max.
I'm going to be taking loads of shots with this ball to see what it's really like to use, testing it from a goalkeeper's perspective, shooting it from a ball launcher, seeing if it knuckles, and loads more. But first, let's get it unboxed.
So first up, we've got to unbox the new World Cup football. It's going to have to do. Now, first impressions, it looks really cool. The World Cup has obviously been hosted across United States, Canada and Mexico, so the design of this ball is representing that. It feels like there's a lot of grip on the ball, so that's going to be interesting to see how it moves. Now, there's a lot of tests I want to do with this ball to see what it's really like, and by the end of the video I want to have kicked this football 1,000 times to really get an idea of what it's like to use. This should be fun.
So I do just want to say this video is not sponsored and all opinions are my own. But before I take my first kicks with this ball, let me explain why it's so important. This is the 2026 World Cup football called the Trionder, which means 3 waves. And it's the most important football in the world right now, as this will be used by the players in the upcoming World Cup. And how this ball performs could affect how the tournament's played. If it knuckles, we can expect some crazy goals and some very unhappy goalkeepers. And if it's the best World Cup ball yet, then we can expect some iconic on-pitch moments. So let's kick it for the first time and see what it's like.
Makes a nice sound when you kick it. Yeah, feels pretty good. A lot of grip. Like it's quite a wet pitch right now, but the ball is still gripping really well.
So there's a lot of tests I want to do with this football, from curve to accuracy and even a ball launcher. But most importantly, I want to put it up against a goalkeeper and also see if it knuckles. But first, I want to do a few technical tests.
How well does this football bounce? To test this, I've got the 2022 World Cup ball. We're going to pump them up to the same PSI and see which one bounces higher.
As you can see, they're both very similar on the bounce test, so nothing too crazy there. But I've made a checklist of every test that I want to do with this football. And first up is curve.
So I want to see how difficult it is to curve the Trionder from behind the line. This ball has got a lot of grip, so I'm expecting big things from the curve test. Straight away. Yeah, this ball feels really good for curve.
The first thing I noticed about this ball is that it had a lot of grip, so curving it was no problem. I'm expecting to see some pretty nice finesse goals in this World Cup. So curving this ball was very easy, and we can tick that off the list. But next up, we need to test the accuracy. Now, the Trionder has these grooves over the surface, which in theory should give it a faster, more consistent flight pattern. So let's test it out. So for this test, I'm going to have 10 shots aiming for the target in the top right corner. I'll have 10 with the basic football and 10 with the World Cup football. We'll then compare the heat maps and see which one was more consistent. First up, the standard ball. So some decent shots with the basic football, but looking at the heat map, we can see they're quite close together, but there are a few off target. Now let's see how I get on with the World Cup ball.
Oh, already it feels a lot firmer to kick. Oh, there we go. Third shot, we've already got one in. Oh. All right, last shot, but this ball has been so accurate so far. Oh.
So the World Cup ball felt a lot more accurate, and if we look at the heat map, that seems to be true. All of the shots were very close to the top right, and if we compare both heat maps, we can see the Trionder is a lot more consistent. So that's really good to see, and we can get the accuracy test ticked off our list. But next up, let's see what goalkeepers think of this football. Now, you guys know Connor O'Keefe by now. Played professional football in Sweden and is now a goalkeeper coach and content creator. So he's the perfect person to tell us what goalies will think of this ball.
So, first look at it, it looks class. There's actually some quite good ridges on the ball which feel nice as a goalkeeper. It means I can control it a little bit more when it hits the gloves. Yeah, straight away you can feel there is a little bit more grip.
So whilst Con got used to the ball, there were still a few more tests I wanted to do first. But later on in the video, he'll be facing 100 shots from the Trionder and telling us what goalies will really think of it. But next up, we need to discuss the design.
So now we've got to talk about the design of this football. Me personally, I think it looks really cool. If we take a look at some of the previous World Cup balls, honestly, this has got to be up there. It's quite similar to the Bazooka, really colourful. I think it looks really nice.
So this ball will definitely stand out on the pitch, and it also has a really cool, slightly grippy texture, thanks to these raised symbols on the ball, which I think really help with curl. But next up, I want to answer the question that everyone wants to know. Does it knuckle?
So I'm setting the camera up really far back and zooming in, so if this ball does knuckle, we'll be able to see it. Let's go for it. Let's try and make it move. That's the closest we've got so far. Oh, that was the best movement we've got so far. I'm honestly really struggling to make this ball knuckle. Whew. So yeah, I'm really struggling to make this knuckleball, but let's put it up against the goalkeeper to see what they think.
So yeah, it's not easy to knuckle the Adidas Trionder, but now let's get back to the goalkeeper test. I'll take 100 shots at Connor with the Adidas Trionder, and by the end of that, we'll know what a goalkeeper thinks of this ball. Con's faced all sorts of footballs in the past, so he's the perfect person to test it out.
Ready, Con?
Ready, mate.
Save.
First dive of the day. Go on.
Oh. Get in there. Yeah.
No goal.
Save.
Oh, no. Whoa. It's definitely faster.
Really, you can tell?
You can tell when it hits your foot, it does get a little bit quicker out of the strike.
Oh.
Whoa. There's the grip. I do like the grip when it hits the hands, to be fair. Oh. Oh.
Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go.
So 20 shots in and I was enjoying striking this ball, and Con was making some decent saves, but I feel from this point on, he decided to step up his game.
Oh, save. Oh, whoa. Save. Does not seem to be moving as much as the Jabulani, that's for sure, but
I don't think anything could. Oh.
Oh.
It's definitely fast when it comes out of the boot. As he hits it, it travels with speed. Doesn't move too much, but occasionally throws in a little wobble.
Oh, that was the first bit of movement we got. Oh, wow. Mate, that was a save and a half.
So I felt like there was a lot of speed in this ball,
It has got some power on it.
but Con was dealing with it well.
Oh.
So you can definitely tell it's got power. I think the padding adds that speed off the foot.
Yeah, I'm definitely struggling to make it like really knuckle.
Yeah.
I'm just relying on speed. Like that. Oh, what a save!
Absolute fingertips on that one. Oh no!
There we go.
No.
Oh, oh,
Oh my gosh.
nice. Save again. Right, this next one, I'm going to hit it straight down the middle, try and make it knuckle, so hopefully this could cause some problems. Let's go. Mate, that is just...
Stayed pretty straight.
It did. I'm really going to try and knuckle these last few. Oh. Oh. That was the closest we've got to movement.
I had some wobble on it.
So Connor faced 100 shots, some great saves and a few nice goals too. But does he think goalkeepers will like it?
This ball is fast. It comes off the boot quick. The benefit of it, it's got a little bit of grip on it, so it's not too slippy in the hands. And it doesn't move too much. There's a little bit of wobble in there.
So the question we want to know is, will goalkeepers like this ball or not?
Speaking on behalf of the union, the Trionder gets the goalie approval. I think they're going to like it.
So with the goalie test done, there's two more things I want to do with this ball. Number one, shoot it from a ball launcher. But first, how does it compare to the Jabulani?
So everyone wants to know, is the Trionder like the Jabulani? Well, looking at them, I don't think so. They're very different footballs. But let's take some shots and see. Straight away, man. Whoa, that was insane. I think it's safe to say this ball is definitely not another Jabulani.
So we've compared this ball to the Jabulani, and it's safe to say they're very different. But what happens when you shoot it from a ball launcher?
So now we've got the big one, the ball launcher test. Now I'm only so accurate kicking a football, so this should give us a really good idea if this ball is consistent with its flight path. So we're going to turn it on and get it aiming towards the top right corner target, and ideally the ball will hit the same path every time. All right, let's go.
So some pretty consistent shots there, and overall I'd say the players and the goalkeepers will be very happy with this ball. It doesn't do any crazy movements like the Jabulani, and it's just an all-round really good football. So I'm looking forward to all the iconic moments the Adidas Trionda will be involved in the 2026 World Cup.